There's plenty of AI automations and whatnot nowadays, but honestly, I think most of them are useless, and it's hard to tell which ones are useful if you're a business owner. I've been running a software development company for 3 years. I help businesses use more technology. This is kind of what I do. And even I understand that it gets really confusing to actually figure out how to use technology effectively in your company, especially with AI. There's a lot of tools, but you don't really know where to start. There's a lot of automations, you don't know where to start. I realized that while AI is an excellent way to get your time back, a lot of people don't know how to actually do that. So the first thing is you actually need to realize where your time is going. So before you can use AI to get back your time, you need to find out where your time is going in the first place. What that looks like is mapping out the processes that you're involved in. So think about on a daily basis, what do you actually spend the most time working on? And figure out in those processes, where can AI be used more? Can AI help you augment that process? Do it faster or do it at a higher quality output with the same amount of input? In this video, I'm going to work with the example of creating content, right? So I need to write LinkedIn posts and I write short scripts for my company, right? So my company's social media content. Once I map that process out, I can start to implement specific AI agents to do specific different tasks. The reason you want to use AI agents is because, yeah, sure, I could just ask ChatGPT to generate a LinkedIn post, but the reality is that LinkedIn post really sucks. Like, it's not going to generate a really good post. And so you want to separate the individual components that go into doing something and make sure you take care of the part that needs to be human, that needs to be you, that needs to be your personality. And I think it's really important not to lose that. Like, AI is not just going to replace us. It's not going to replace human creativity, but it can help speed up the process. The first thing is map out that process. So for example, in writing content, let's say LinkedIn content, the first thing is I write down an idea. I figure that out. I can set up an automation to actually transcribe my videos, for example, and then repurpose them into ideas for LinkedIn posts, or I can write those ideas somewhere and then get ChatGPT to basically expand on them. And then I can make an AI agent that is specifically made just for formatting LinkedIn posts based on the way I write on LinkedIn, or other writers that are successful write on LinkedIn. So taking ideas, formatting them. So making the sentence structure right, making the spacing right, the sentence length, things like that. I can make a little AI that is trained just to do that. Then I can make another one that is trained just to write hooks, for example. And so this is a way that you can get a lot of time back. I don't have to worry about formatting anymore. I don't have to worry about writing a good hook anymore because it's trained on the best hooks and the best formats. And I have a specialized AI agent just for that task. Once you link all these little pieces together, it takes a little bit of time up front, right? Because you have to figure out where it goes and you actually have to implement the solution. Yeah, but you can hire somebody to implement it, but it's either going to cost you time or money. On the backside of that, things just move faster and that makes your life a lot easier and you start to see that you get your time back. And so you get breathing room to look into other areas of the business that you can improve on. You get breathing room to think of better ideas because you're spending less time thinking of an amazing hook or something like that. You could tell AI to not try and come up with any hooks, just look at the top performing 1,000 hooks that you got from competitor accounts that you like and just find the most similar one and use that for your post. The best artists, they don't create, they steal, right? And so everybody knows, do what's already working. AI doesn't have to come up with stuff from scratch. I think when it comes up with stuff completely from scratch, generally a bit iffy, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. You can also get it to just copy based on a massive database and stuff like that. And it can read more data than you. It can help you make decisions faster. You can get more data insights. It's really powerful, but you have to understand first where you're losing that time. If you build a data insights engine, but you lose time on creating content, that's not really going to help. All these AI automations, honestly, they overload people. Forget the rest, just focus on your business, figure out where you're losing time, and then find an automation that's specific to that. Bringing all that together could actually save you dozens of hours for you and your team. I'm doing this as I speak in my own company. Now, to implement this, either you hire somebody or you do it yourself, which is going to be a burden, but either way works. There's pros and cons to both. That's a different story. Anyway, feel free to ask any questions in the comments.